Hi and welcome to another YouTube video. In today's video I want to show you this Mediterranean house that I built for my own shell challenge. So if you haven't seen it yet, I made a little short kind of explaining this shell challenge and the rules, and just like that I have a new shell challenge to celebrate 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you so much for that, and also to celebrate my birthday, but that one has like it's been some days. My birthday was on the 31st of March, so it's been some days, but yeah, so I made this shell challenge to celebrate both of those things, and it was a bunch of fun to do. I also am working currently on builds for 2 other shell challenges who are also a bunch of fun, and I actually started with another one of them, and then I realized that I just put out that short about my own shell challenge, and it would be pretty confusing if I have my own shell challenge and then the next video that I upload is someone else's shell challenge. So I decided to do mine first, and I'm very happy with that decision because that was just like a very good building day when I decided to build this. I don't know if you can relate, but like there are just some days with like art and also with building which just works, and some other days where you know all of the theoretical stuff, you know what you want to do, you maybe have a very nice inspiration picture, or maybe you're just working out of your head, but yeah, you're trying and like you feel like you're doing everything right, but it just doesn't work. So yeah, that was not one of those days when I built this. This was actually like a very good building day. I had also like done a different build on that day. Also, before I continue talking, you just saw me do something with the roof that I was very proud of, like that corner where I first, like from the front, I have this just like normal diagonal roof, but in the corner I wanted to have a corner of the roof as well, and I at first didn't know how to combine them, but yeah, I definitely didn't want it to be just like the diagonal roof, because that one clashed with the corner of the other roof and it just didn't look right, and so I combined them with 3 different roof pieces, and when it worked I was so happy because I didn't expect it to work that well. I thought it would be pretty difficult because roofing tends to be very difficult in The Sims, but this time it works. So yeah, I rest my case. Very good building day and it was a bunch of fun. So I am very happy that I decided to build this build when I did, but now let me talk a little bit about the shell challenge, so that if you want to build with this shell as well, which I can definitely recommend, then you do not need to watch the short, and also here I have a little bit more time to talk about it, so that's always nice. So yeah, this shell that you see me decorate and build with right now is based on my real life apartment and floor plan, so that was such a fun experience. I've actually have done, I think, 2 builds and videos before based on my real life apartments. I don't know if it's because I really like the floor plan of my real life apartment or why that is, but yeah, in any case I used that one as a little bit of a reference. Also, you see me make a mistake here for a second because this is based on a real build. There are set locations for stuff like windows and appliances and like the floor plan and also lamps and stuff, like everything that kind of needs like plumbing and electricity and stuff like that has a set place, and on that one side there I misplaced the windows because I just freely placed them, and that's not allowed. You can of course change the kind of window that you use and the appliances. You can add more windows, just like the ones at the spots where they exist should stay, and so I kept that in mind. It was a really nice added challenge because the shape in itself is not that challenging. I think it's a pretty basic house shape. It's not the easiest to make look like impressive or really, really good. So I later add a second build to this one. I add a little guest house that I really, really fell in love with. But yeah, for this base one, there were set locations for appliances and the floor plan and also the windows and stuff, and I could only add to them. And yeah, that was really, really nice because it felt like moving into an actual house. Because when you move into an actual house, there is stuff set in place there, like plumbing and walls. And to kind of see what you can do with that was like a super realistic challenge. And to me, that made it more fun. And I hope it maybe, like, if you're considering doing the shell challenge, I hope that's going to make it more fun for you too, because it adds that little bit of realism in The Sims that is really, really nice. So as I said, I have built my apartment in The Sims twice, so I didn't feel the need to make it realistic or try to be as close as the real life thing as possible. I also didn't want to make like a realistic renovation to inspire me for my build. I just wanted to have fun with it, and because of that I decided to go for a completely different style than my build actually is, because I live in Germany and it's usually pretty rainy and cold and stuff, so it's definitely not Mediterranean, but I love Tortosa as a world, and we also like now got the pack working, which is nice. And so I made another build inspired by Tuscany and like Italian Greek architecture and like very, very Mediterranean, and that just made me so happy. It's like a very, very beautiful build style to build with, and I realized that I just wanted to do it more. And so yeah, I did, and yeah, I really love the like landscaping of this, so I put it all on a hill because I love these paintings from Italy and stuff where you have these huge houses on a hill. They don't need to be huge, but where you have these houses on a hill, and then there is this street leading up to it with the like these trees, these very slim trees left and right, and then you have like some lavender fields and some wheat fields and also like some of these red flowers. I don't really know what they're called, and so that is exactly where I went with the landscaping. So you see me put in some lavender fields later and some of those red flowers, but at the moment I am building the base structure for the guest house, which was a very nice touch because that also gave me a little bit more freedom than the actual one, because of course in the guest house there wasn't a pre-established floor plan or anything, but I am all over the place. What I wanted to do a little bit earlier was go over the rules for the shell challenge. So as I already said, the floor plan is set in place, so there are also walls, and when I say like don't touch my walls like you usually do with the shell challenge, I also mean the interior walls. However, you can add like more interior walls, you can like add furniture, you can decorate, you can change the wallpaper and the flooring and stuff, so that's all fair game. And you can also like add a roof, you can change the wall height. What you can't do is add a basement, because that's going to make it very hard for me to tour, because basements and the cinematic camera like don't go together well. Then what are other things? Of course, like don't delete the interior walls. You can add, like I did, additional buildings as long as they don't touch the shell. And on the interior you can see there are already some appliances and lamps in place at the spots where they would be, like where the where the connections and the plumbing for them would be. So you have like a toilet in a place, and you have a shower in a place and stuff, and so I would like it if they would all stay at that like exact same place, because that's just that extra level of challenge and realism that you would have if you would move into an actual house. So yeah, I think that's like part of the challenge, to keep the spots where these things are like the same as for the windows, the same. You can add more appliances. So I, for example, have a set space for the furnace to cook on. I don't know if furnace is the right word, the oven to cook on, but if you would want to have 2 ovens for some reason, you can add another one right next to it. And also you do not have to keep the appliances that I put down. Like I put down the cheapest toilet and stuff, and I kept it base game, but you can delete the toilet that is there and place a different toilet there, and you can delete the windows that are there and place different windows on the same spot. So I hope the rules are clear. It's like a little bit more complicated than your usual shell challenge, but I think that does make it more fun. And so yeah, now we are already at the final stretch, like the home stretch, where I'm decorating the interior. And yeah, so as I already said, I like did a renovation of my apartment in The Sims once, for like how I would dream it would look like if I had like infinite money and stuff. So with this one, I went a completely different direction. I don't think this is my dream interior, even though I really liked it in the end. But this one is very much also inspired by the Mediterranean style that I went with on the outside, and there were lots of like cute pictures that I found of interiors. I didn't have like a specific inspiration picture. I just looked at things and got like some vibes and some colors that I wanted to reference, but nothing in particular. Also, now you see me place the washer, the clothing wash, the washing machine. There we go. Not dishwasher, clothing. No. What's the word again? I just had it. The washing machine. There we go. And because I wanted it to be base game when you download it, I think that didn't really work. I checked on the gallery and there are 2 packs being flagged, but all of the important things should be available if you only have the base game. But anyways, so I looked at the washing machine and I knew I have it there in real life, so I wanted to kind of represent that there is plumbing there for a dishwasher in real life, and you have the opportunity to put it there. You can also remove that one, but yeah, because I wanted to keep it base game and didn't want to use laundry day, I kind of made a base game representation of a dishwasher, and that was kind of fun to put together. But yeah, in the actual build I did replace that one with the actual dishwasher from laundry day, and that was like a very nice touch, and I think it really pulled the bathroom together. Then on the interior, when it comes to the living and dining and office space that is combined, that one is kind of combined in the same way in like my real life house. That's like the room that I'm sitting in right now, and over there is the dining room, and behind me is the kind of living room with the TV that we never use, and I'm currently sitting at my desk in the office space of this room. So I kind of kept the layout for these 3 things the same, but just like go with a completely different style. And then I also put the kitchen where it actually is and the bedroom where it actually is. So these things stayed the same, and I'm so interested because for me it's like very clear where things go with this floor plan, because I live in a house that has this exact floor plan, but I'm so curious with the shell challenge to see where other people are going to put things. Like if some people are maybe going to put the living room in the bedroom or something like that and completely twist it around, because for me like the places where things have to go are so clear that even though I went with a completely different style this time, these things kind of stayed accurate to real life. because I just like, I don't know, for me I have like figured out the best way to put things, but maybe it isn't the best way, and maybe like someone is going to do this shell challenge and it's going to be completely eye-opening, like, oh my god, this layout makes so much sense that I'm going to change it up in real life. We'll see. I don't think so, but it is a possibility. So yeah, I really hope that you liked and enjoyed this video. I am in love with this build. I'm sorry, I kind of feel like this voiceover was a little bit all over the place, but I hope that you still enjoyed it. Thank you so much for listening to me talk, even though I was a little bit all over the place. And if you like this build, and if you like this shell, and if you think that's something that could inspire you, I would love it if you would participate. The shell challenge builds are going to be toured on the 18th of May on Twitch and on the 22nd of May on YouTube. So there's still a lot of time, and I hope that you're going to have fun with it if you choose to do so. And I hope that you're going to have fun with the tour that's going to follow next. That's going to show some details that I wasn't able to show in the speed build, just so that I don't have to speed it up too much. So yeah, I really hope that you have a lovely day. I hope that you liked and enjoyed this video and this build. If you would consider subscribing, you would make me super duper happy, and I hope we'll see each other again.